myself. I brought my guy with me, Mr. Yeah.
Hey, bitches, y'all better get a maxi pad and put it on, cause you about to get wet. Let's go, Trigger.
Hey.
Little mama with the big old cheeks, make a nigga wanna spend it.
Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I made this wig using a lace closure. I show you step by step on how I prepped the closure and how I actually made the wig. The hair that I use is from Yvonne Hair Company hair, and my closure is from Blis Wigs. I will do a video doing a review on both of these later on, but this video is how I made the wig. If you want to see how I made the wig, keep watching. Okay, so what I'm doing here is taking my bleaching powder and pouring it into the bowl. Try not to waste it all everywhere like I did. And then next I'll be taking my 30 volume developer and pouring it in here. Basically what I'm doing here is just eyeballing it, but you want your consistency to be like cake batter. You don't want it to be too runny or watery. I'm gonna pour some more in there because I didn't have enough. But you're just gonna mix it up and make sure it's like cake batter. You want it to be as thick as possible. So here I'm showing you that it's not runny at all. It's not even falling off of the brush. I'm showing you how thick it is. You don't want it to run off of the brush. Okay, so you want to make sure that you pat the product onto your closure. You want to make sure you get every inch of the closure, but make sure you pay close attention to the front area because this is the area that you will be seeing. I had to go back off camera and redo the front area, but make sure you get that front really good. Alright, now we're going to take our aluminum foil and we're going to wrap our closure up in that foil. I let this sit for 15 minutes and after that my knots were completely bleached. Okay, so now we're going to wash the bleach off of the closure. I'll be taking my Isoplus shampoo and this is going to help stop the bleaching process, and I'm going to rub that all over and wash that off. Next, I'll be taking my Shimmer Light shampoo, and this is going to help stop the brassiness that you get. This honestly did not help me at all. Maybe I did not put enough on there, I don't know, but it still came out kind of brassy. So basically, this is how my closure is looking. Doesn't look too bad. My dots are bleached. It is kind of brassy as you can see here. Okay, so we'll be starting with our closure. And here I'm just going to take a clamp and clamp it down with 2 clamps just to get it out of the way. And I'm going to put it up in a ponytail to get the hair out of the way. Now we're going to begin to sew one side down. You want to make sure that everything is laying flat when you sew this side down, but basically what I'm going to be doing is sewing on the edge of the closure, the very edge, the lace part that you can see. We're going to just sew through that. Alright, so here I'm going to be sewing on the other side of the lace. I find this easier than sewing on the back first. So we're going to sew on one side and then go to the next side and sew. And that pink thing that you guys see is an earring that I use. I'm just using that to tack it down so everything can lay flat. Make sure you stretch your closure while you're sewing it, just to ensure that everything is flat. Okay, this is the easier part. Now we're just going to sew the back end of the closure. And make sure that you're still stretching it just to make sure that it's flat. But this is basically easier since both sides are tacked down. Okay, now we're going to start sewing the tracks. When you first start off, you want to sew through the weft. So you're going to stick your needle through the weft and then you're going to stick it through the wig cap. And then after that, you're going to sew over and under the weft. The only time we sew through the weft is when we're first starting off. So we're going to continue to sew over and under the weft after that. Okay, so here I am flipping my track over. I do not cut my wefts, I do the flip over method. And since we're starting over, we're going to go through that weft again, and then we're going to go through the wig cap, and then after that we're going to sew over and under like we would a normal track. Okay, for my last track, I'm basically going to sew it on top of my closure. So basically, I'm sewing this track and the closure together. That way, everything can be seamless, and when the wind blows, your track won't be showing, honey. What I'm doing now is cutting the excess wig cap from up under the lace. That way I have a more scalp-like finish. So this is a quick view of me sewing the wig to my head. I am not sewing on the closure, I'm just sewing on the wig cap band. And basically I'm just going to sew all the way around, but make sure not to sew on your closure. And this is the finished finished look. Y'all have to excuse me because, honey, I was feeling myself, but this is basically it. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.